Dremel Scroll Saws, old and new. William Hovey Smith, 2017. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting and also the owner of a new company, Hovey's Knives of China. We need to cut out our knife scale blanks, and so we tried out this new Dremel Scroll Saw and compared it to an older model.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and today we are considering many things Dremel. Most people who have shops or do any work at all are familiar with a little Dremel tool here. It's a great tool for hobbyists, enables people to do very tiny detail work, a little touch up here and there, and build very tiny things. Many people use these tools. Dremel also made and makes a variety of other smaller scale tools. Typical of their tools are that they are, in fact, smaller than the usual models. And that is the case here of this scroll saw. Now this saw was made, I say, 1950s or thereabouts, maybe 1960s. At any rate, a while back. And it had a plate here for making the work, which of course fits right here. The unfortunate thing about this saw was, this particular saw was put away for a long time, more than a decade. And it was given to me, but guess what? I can't buy the proper length blades for it anymore. This is a short blade. It is shorter than the typical 5-inch blades for scroll saws that you can buy at Harbor Freight or many other places. This is a 4-inch blade. This unit takes a 3-inch blade. And nobody, not even Dremel, furnishes blades for this unit anymore. What to do? Well, we were given it. It cost us nothing. We tested it out. The motor runs. Yeah, it goes blah, 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 blah. Just fine. Put a little oil on it. The adjustment lever. First off, we didn't think it worked. But yeah, guess what? It works just fine. So, what we need to do is build a little adapter to go here so we can put these larger size blades on it. Well, I have a knife shop. I work with woods. I have some very hard woods, including desert ironwood, and so that's exactly what we're going to do right here. But that is a story for another day, because right now I need to get some knives out of the shop. So we went ahead and we purchased the newer model right here that you can buy this very day. Yep, very inexpensively. Has many of the same features and more, in fact. It's variable speed. It has an exhaust port for taking off your dust particles, which this one does not have. It's also adjustable right here. And you can actually remove it and use only this unit as a coping saw. If you need to do a little trimming around a room, cut molding, saw stuff like that, sure. Does just fine. So, we have one mounted up right over here, and we're going to tell you about it. When you get this, it comes in a plastic case. This part right here, along with this grip portion, is separate from the table. The table is mounted to your workbench with these clamps. Now, I've already got one on, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the other. And what you do is there are 2 slots in this cast piece of plastic, and you put it in the slot and then you run it up right quick and tighten it down, and this holds it to your workbench. My bench here has about a 1-inch top, so it's taken a while to get there. Now this means I can put this little saw on any bench I've got at the shop. It doesn't have to work on this one or be always stuck in any one place. Now, got it plugged in, and the on-off switch is underneath. And it pushes up to operate. There's also a variable speed. You can also move this up and down as a guide for your top surface. Now, this machine has guides here for a fence. And online, people say they're having great difficulty in finding these fences, in getting them, and so on and so on and so on, and have expressed that is primarily their only disappointment in the machine. But these are 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch steel stock. It slides if you want to cut something. For example, now this is about as close as we could cut with a bandsaw right here. So we have a suitable block here just to run against our new fence. And so now we're going to start it up and make its first cut. Now that is not as straight a cut as I've seen, but it's much better than it was. Now you'll notice the amount of dust that we got on the base. I'm going to hook up the vacuum cleaner attachment and we'll see what happens here. There's also a little dust on the floor. Now of course it's going to be noisier when I'm running the vacuum. In this case I'm cutting a larger sheet of material. It would be nice, of course, if I had an adjustable fence, but I don't. So this is the material we're going to be cutting. We're going to start it here, get everything going. That's about the maximum length that you can cut with this scroll saw flowing it this way. Now you can take that blade, take it 90 degrees, and cut in this direction as well. Well, I have no dust on the floor, nor any here underneath. So the vacuum system really worked to remove the ambient dust from the cut. Initially, even with some improvised stuff here, yeah, I'm pleased. Little critter seems like it's going to be doing good. She gave a reasonable cut, and that's something I can work with. The reputed advantage of using the scroll saw is that we can remove this excess wood here with the saw with much more precision than we can by grinding, and also in a much shorter time. pretty good for a first try. With a few improvised tools, the Dremel Scroll Saw here has done exactly what I needed it to do. Like make me some profiles for these new knife scales for this particular blade. And it cut me out a pair of them very nicely and very nice looking. So this is going to save much time on the grinders to get these things down to shape. So this is going to be a tool I'm going to use a lot. Now, if I was going to saw a lot of 1-inch material, this would not be the machine for it. But for this little stuff, yeah, does just fine. For now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
This is our new U.S. registered trademark, and some of our knives, and even more of our knives. Among our outdoor books are backyard deer hunting, crossbow hunting, and an e-book series including hunting big and small game with muzzle-loading pistols. And we talk about knives in all of our books. Now this little Dremel Scroll Saw was tried on a 2x4 and didn't do very well on it, quite frankly. But it does cut the 1/4-inch material very well indeed. And for our use for cutting thin materials, I think it'll do just fine. For more information on Hovey's Knives of China, you can go to the blog below. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 625 videos, you can go to www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.